Hello students, in this session I'll be explaining you production of urine. So in the previous session we have come across what are the organs involved in the excretory system and how exactly does excretion happens in the human beings. So now let us try to understand the production of urine. The main purpose of excretion is to remove the waste products from the blood. Then what are the waste products? The waste products may be urea or the uric acid. Where these urea and uric acids are present now? They are present in the blood. Now these has to be removed out of our body. As I already told you before, there are lot of processes taking place inside our body, right? And due to these processes, lot of waste products are also formed. And as a result of these processes, what happened? Those products which are being formed has to be get rid out of our body. I mean, those substances which are not useful for our body. The substances which are not useful for our body has to be removed out of our body. Then where are these substances present? They are present in the blood, right? I mean, we have to remove all the waste products which are present in our body. So it happens through excretion. Fine. And for the excretion, the filtration happens in the kidneys. The kidneys are the organs which help to remove the waste products from the blood. I repeat, the kidneys are the organs which help to remove the waste products from the blood. Okay, so you can observe the inner view of kidney here. So if you observe the inner view of kidney, you can see there is one thing which is present in a very large amount. So that is what exactly we are going to study about in detail now, right? So we need to understand that the structure of kidney is like we have to understand very well about it, right? So why we have to understand about the kidney very well? Because we have to know how the urine is formed. It is formed because of the main filtration unit which is present in the kidney. Then what is that filtration unit called? It is called as the nephron. The kidney is made up of a large number of nephrons. Each unit of kidney is called as a nephron. Okay, and if we understand the structure and the function of nephron, then we can easily understand the function of kidney, right? Okay, now let us look at the structure of a nephron. A nephron consists of a very thin walled blood capillaries. So this is the nephron, and this nephron consists of a thin walled blood capillaries. It is called as glomerulus. You can look at this image. Inside this structure, you can see there is presence of thin walled blood capillaries, right? So from where does these capillaries arise? You should understand, you should know about it. Actually, these capillaries, they arise from the arteries. I repeat, the capillaries actually, they arise from the arteries. They carry the blood which contain the waste as well as the excess of water from the various parts of our body. There are various parts in our body, right? So from all the regions, whatever the waste products are there and the excess water present in the blood, it has been carried through the arteries and it reaches to the thin walled blood capillaries called as glomerulus, right? And each capillaries are associated with the cup shaped end of the tube which collects the filtered urine, which is called as the Bowman's capsule. I repeat, if you look at this cup-shaped structure, you can understand very easily. This cup-shaped structure actually it is called as the Bowman's capsule. This Bowman's capsule is just one end of the tube, and it keep on coiling. This tube keep on coiling, and finally the other end of this Bowman's capsule, it is connected to collecting duct. I repeat, one end of the Bowman's capsule is near the glomerulus, and the other end, that is a coiled tubular structure, it is connected to collecting duct. Now what does this collecting duct do? This collecting duct actually it collects the filtered urine. See, whatever the process this happens in this whole thing, finally what is released? The urine is released, right? So that urine is collected in the collecting duct. Okay, now the question is how this blood which is containing the waste products, they get filtered. I already told you the blood contains some of the waste products, right? So how does they get filtered? What happens to the glomerulus which is getting attached to the Bowman's capsule? See, this glomerulus, it is attached to this Bowman's capsule, right? So what happens to the Bowman's glomerulus which has been attached to this Bowman's capsule? So that we will understand in detail. Okay, so by now we have understood what is glomerulus, what is Bowman's capsule, how does this connection starts and where does it ends, right? Fine. Now let us understand the process of the formation of urine. How does the urine form? Okay. So now there are some substances like glucose, salts and amino acid, some amount of water, they are present in the blood, right? So these things which are present in the blood, they are actually required for our body, right? So as it is required for our body, what happened? The glucose, salts, amino acids or some amount of water, they are selectively reabsorbed. How does it absorb? As it flows along with the tubular part of nephron. I repeat, see what happened? This artery is actually, it carries the waste, right? It carries the waste as well as some of the some excess amount of water, and it reaches inside the glomerulus. What are glomerulus? They are the thin walled blood capillaries, right? So now these thin walled blood capillaries, they are what? They are associated to Bowman's capsule, right? Now from this Bowman's capsule, what happened? The blood enters to this tube. Now this is the region where what happened? The selective reabsorption of the urine takes place. I mean, from the blood what happened? Whatever which is necessary for the body, like the glucose, salts, amino acids or water which is important for our body, it has been absorbed by this tubular structure. It has been selectively reabsorbed. Okay, so now as the blood passes through this tube, what happened? All the good things which are present in the blood. What are the good things I told you? As I told you, the glucose, salts, amino acids, all these are selectively reabsorbed. As a result, what happened? As the good things are being absorbed, the bad thing, which is the bad thing now? The urine. That urine, now what happened? From this collecting duct, what happened? Whatever things which are being absorbed, it get absorbed. Now what happened? From the collecting duct, the urine get collected. This is the final stage where what happened? The waste product, that is the urine, it is getting collected in the collecting duct. So how does it depends now? How does the amount of urine depends? The amount of the urine that is reaching to this collecting duct, whatever the urine which reaches the collecting duct, okay, this actually depends upon the amount of water. I repeat, it depends upon the amount of water that is absorbed, and also it depends upon the amount of waste in the body. Okay, so whatever the urine which is collected in the collecting duct, it depends upon the how much amount of water is in the body or how much amount of waste present in the body. It depends upon that, right? Depends on that the amount of urine is collected in this region. Which region? In the collecting duct. Okay, so now the amount of water which will get absorbed while this blood passes through the tubular coil also depend upon how much water is excess in the body. I told you selective reabsorption takes place in the tubular region, right? So how does it depends? It depends upon how much amount of excess of things, excess of water or things which are present in the body. So now what happens is all the good things are absorbed in the tubular region. Now the bad thing, what is the bad thing now? The urine, right? That is found in this tube enter to the collecting duct. So now you can imagine that inside the kidney what happens, there are so many nephrons. I told you there are number of nephrons inside the kidney, and so the collecting duct of each nephron, for example, if you look at this image, what happened, there are so many nephrons, and from each nephron what happened, from each nephron there will be collecting duct, right? So how does the collecting duct individually look like? It look like this. So these nephrons, there are number of nephrons that are present in the kidney, and they have the collecting duct where what happened, through the collecting duct the urine get entered, it is been filtered out in the kidney. Now from the kidney where does it enter? The urine enter to, imagine what I have taught you in the beginning. From the kidney it enter to ureters. From the ureters it goes to urinary bladder, and finally from the urinary bladder what happened? It thrown out through urethra. How does it thrown out? Immediately will it thrown out? No. Some amount of urine has to be collected in the urine. So once the amount of urine increases in the bladder, what happen? The pressure of the bladder increases. As the pressure of bladder increases, what happen? The urine tends to move out of your body, so that you will release the urine out of your body. The one more important thing which you have to remember here is your urinary system, that is your bladder, it is under the control of nervous system. Why I am telling you this? Because if it is not under the control of your nervous system, then what happens? Immediately when the kidney sends the urine, you feel like passing the urine out. Are you doing like that? No, right? So you're waiting until certain amount of urine get collected in the urinary bladder, and you can also wait, sometimes you can control the urge of urination. So urge of urination means if you can control, for example, if you're writing examination or if you're participating in some competition, suddenly you feel like passing the urine, what will you do? Will you go immediately? No, right? You will wait for some time. Yes, so that is exactly called as the urge of urination. You can control the urge of urination. Why? Because your nervous, that is your urinary bladder is in contact with the nervous system. Okay, hope you all have understood very clearly how does the formation of urine takes place. Okay, once again I would like to quickly recall whatever you have learnt in this session. I have told you how does the production of urine takes place, right? What is the purpose of the production of urine? It is to remove the waste products. Which are the waste products? It may be urea or uric acid. Where they are present? They are present in the blood, right? That has to be removed out of the body. So, which is the basic unit of the kidney? It is the nephron, right? Nephrons are the main filtration unit of kidneys. Nephrons does the filtration, and each unit of this kidneys are known as the nephron. And we also have look at the inner view of the kidney, where how does the nephron look like? I mean the amount of nephron you can imagine here. Okay, then we started to understand the structure of nephron. So this is the structure of nephron. What are the parts involved here? The main important parts are the Bowman's capsule, glomerulus, then proximal tube. It is also called as proximal convoluted tubule. Then distal tube, where the reabsorption takes place, collecting duct, right? So this is the arteriole of glomerulus. I mean the artery which is entering to the glomerulus. Okay, So these are the things which we have to remember when you are labeling the structure of nephron. So for the examination point of view, this diagram is also very important. Okay. So the next thing is we have understood that nephron consists of thin-walled blood capillaries. They are called as, what do they call it as? They called as glomerulus, right? Where are the glomerulus? In this region. We have seen, right? The glomerulus are here. And the cup-shaped structure we call it as Bowman's capsule. And the one end of the Bowman's capsule starts here and other it end and reaches the collecting duct, right? So these capillaries, the capillaries which are present in the Bowman's capsule, right? So these capillaries actually they arise from the arteries. Then what do these arteries carry? They carry the waste and excess of water from various parts of our body, right? And each capillaries are associated with what? Cup-shaped structure. Then what is this cup-shaped structure? It is called as Bowman's capsule, right? Now this Bowman's capsule, what happened? They extended as a tubular coil-like structure and they finally ends by entering into collecting duct. What does the collecting duct does? Collecting duct, actually it collects the filtered urine. So here is the process of the formation of urine. I told you there are so many substances which are present in the blood, right? So some of the substances like glucose, urine, amino acids, salts, and some good amount of water, they are being selectively reabsorbed. In which region? In the tubular part. There is a tube-like structure now in the nephron. So in that region, what happened? The selective reabsorption takes place. And as a result, what happened? When the good things are absorbed, the bad thing, that is the urine, what happened? It flows into the collecting duct. So now what happened? How does it depends? How does the amount of urine which comes out of the kidney depend? It depends on the amount of water absorbed and the amount of waste that are being present in the body or the excess of water in the body. Okay, and the urine which is getting collected in the urinary bladder, what happened? It will be waiting for certain period of time. I told you, right? Till certain amount of the urine get collected in the urinary bladder, the bladder wait. So once it is filled, what happened? The pressure is created inside. As a result of pressure, what happened? You feel like passing the urine outside, right? So through urinary bladder, what happened? Urinary bladder it is under the control of nervous system. Here is the small spelling mistake. It is under the control of nervous system. So what happened? You can have the urge to control the urine. So immediately if you are feeling like passing the urine, you can have the capacity to control that, right? So these are the things which we have studied about the excretion of human beings. So by this I have ended up the lesson called life process. Thank you.